Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a moment. Kicking off in Windsor, the Qatar 2022 World Cup is a lot different than the tournaments before. With that in mind, let's look at some facts and some stats about this tournament. This will be the costliest World Cup to date, with estimates ranging up to £138 billion in infrastructure investments. Qatar is the costliest World Cup to date. That's nearly 10 times more than the next most expensive World Cups, including Brazil in 2014 costing £11.6 billion and Russia in 2018 costing £14.2 billion. This is partly because Qatar is building 7 brand new stadiums from scratch. It's also nearly 64 times the £3.5 billion South Africa invested in its World Cup in 2010. Unsurprisingly, considering the cost of the tournament, the 2022 FIFA World Cup will have some of the highest ticket prices ever. The most expensive final tickets will cost nearly 6,000 Qatari rials. This is equal to £1,200 British pounds, up 46% from the £807 for the 2018 final in Russia. The cheapest will be available for £513. Group matches will start at £60 for foreigners, while the opening match starts at £302. Qatari citizens will enjoy a discounted rate of as low as £8 for group matches. This tournament could be South America's longest streak without a World Cup win. If no South American team manages to win the 2022 World Cup, it will be the continent's longest title drought. Uruguay, Brazil and Argentina have all previously won a FIFA World Cup. The previous record was 20 years between 1950 and 1970. With Brazil having last won the World Cup in 2002, this is South America's last chance to avoid a new record. This tournament will be the first World Cup held in the Middle East. Qatar will be the first Middle Eastern country to host the FIFA World Cup and only the second in all of Asia. The last time the World Cup visited a new region was Africa for South Africa in 2010. This also links to them being the smallest host country. Qatar is the smallest host country to host the FIFA World Cup by land size and population. Qatar only covers 11,571 square kilometres, making it smaller than the whole of New York City. The population is only 2.8 million. The next smallest FIFA World Cup host was Uruguay, with a land size of 176,000 square kilometres and a population of roughly 3.5 million. This will be the World Cup where it's possibly easiest to move cities. Another interesting fact about the Qatar World Cup is its ease of travel. As already discussed, the FIFA World Cup will attract a number record of visitors to Qatar. But what about moving within the country? Well, here's one thing: Qatar is a surprisingly small country. In fact, it is much smaller than the host of the 2018 World Cup, Russia. Since the size of this country is very small, travelling from one place to another is not a big problem. Host cities such as Doha, Lusail, Al Wakra and Al Rayyan are located close to each other. Therefore, moving from one place to another will not be a big problem for travellers. In fact, while local taxis like Kawa will help fans travel to different places, the Doha Metro line will play a big role once the World Cup kicks off in the country. It is estimated that the Metro line will carry around 1 million people during the Qatar World Cup. As experts believe, the number might be even higher and would set a new record. Interestingly, the Doha Metro line connects all venues for the World Cup. Meanwhile, Qatar's 2 most remote stadiums, Al Bayt and Al Wakra, are only 90 miles away from each other. Now, probably the best fact on the list is that fan zones will provide cheap alcohol. Qatar has left no stone unturned in making the upcoming FIFA 22 World Cup a huge success, and fan zones will be a big part of that. To date, there has been a lot of talk about the availability of alcohol in Qatar during the World Cup. However, while the stadium will not serve alcohol to fans, Qatar has certainly found a solution that would work. There will be fan zones set up across the country that will serve alcohol at much lower prices. This will be the overall concept in terms of the Qatar World Cup, and fans will be able to enjoy live action right from the fan zone while getting cheap alcohol. And there we have it, some interesting facts about this year's World Cup tournament. Stay tuned for the channel where me and Callum will predict the group stages, and we've got some big calls coming. But apart from that, please like, share, comment and subscribe. See you in the next one.